Oh, hi, and good morning. I'm not actually charging it now. There we go. Now I have battery. Hi, one person. Hey, Panda Man. How's it going? Welcome to my live stream. I'm going to be on only for maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, but usually this whole week I've been drawing every morning for y'all. But this morning's drawings went really quickly, so I decided, well, I'll just hop on live. So here I am on a Thursday morning, here to say, hope you get a good start to your day, and maybe I can draw you a cartoon or two. I'm currently drawing the Green Goblin because I was really happy. Somebody asked me for the Green Goblin maybe a month ago, and it was the best Green Goblin I ever drew, and so I'm really happy. Green Goblin's one of those ones that growing up was near impossible to pull off. And so I'm very happy that as I work on this channel, I see things like that where I'm like, oh, I can do that now. It's very satisfying. Drawing is a long endeavor, and it's nice when you say, oh my God, I didn't used to be able to do that, but now I can. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Nice to see y'all. I'm only here for a short time this morning, but I just wanted to log in and honestly, I just got done with all my cartoon homework this morning quickly, and I'm still in the mood to draw, so why not draw with y'all? Green Goblin's ears are pretty wild in the comics. They're massive. They really get up there, and looks kind of funny. This looks kind of funny. I could have angled them off to the side a little bit more, and that would have been more effective, but they'll actually look better than they look right now by the time they're done. Putting his hat on there kind of distracts from how much his right ear sticks up. Now we need lots of lines on his face. Boy, I really did not like the Green Goblin costume when the Sam Raimi movies first came out. And then I thought they totally redeemed everything about Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin in the new Spider-Man movie. Okay, there's a Green Goblin. What would you guys like me to draw next? Yeah, I'll draw Rick. Rick is one of those guys I can now proudly draw from memory. I don't want to be overconfident, but I should be able to pull this off pretty well. The characters on this page are a little bit larger than usual for me. Kind of like this increase in scale. There's little subtle variations in a character design like Rick that can kind of prevent him from really feeling like himself. I think I'll get away with it on this one, but there's something in the shape of the head that's, he's a little bit angled up, which I think is fine. But for a standard depiction of Rick, I never draw Rick happy. Okay, there's Rick for you. What am I drawing next, you guys? Hank Hill. Hank Hill is tough. I'm not doing it. Sorry, Meg. I'm not doing it right now. Spider Carnage, sure. Hank Hill is a good challenge. He's tough because his features sort of just float. And if you don't totally nail it, it can be just really off very easily. Still on camera? Here, let me get a little bit closer into that action. Here is Spider Carnage. I think I drew a whole, when I was in like 4th grade, I did like a massive, like poster board size drawing of Spider Carnage. And I'm not sure I've drawn him since then. I keep thinking about that. I'm so excited about getting to share my art with everyone. And I'm loving the live requests, but I keep thinking about things from like way back that I still think are cool, or at least they're cool because they show my process. And I want to share some of that old art, some of the art from when I was growing up and learning how to draw in the first place. I love the big black teeth on Spider Carnage. The way his whole kind of lower face gets taken over. But then Spider Carnage always seemed to have some, like, well, I guess now we know from the comic books that sometimes the Carnage symbiote can generate fire. Is that a thing? Because I mean, the Red Goblin, which was Carnage and Green Goblin combined, was kind of always sort of semi on fire, and Spider Carnage seems to glow from inside of his mouth in most depictions. So, was he generating light in there? What's going on? I have questions. I think of the symbiotes as just being, sort of goop that can get into hard form, but that fundamentally isn't like iridescent or anything. I just did Superior Spider-Man for this morning's post, and I was very happy to get to draw that version of Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man will always have a soft spot in my heart, because he was the Spider-Man who was Spider-Manning right when I first moved to New York. It sort of felt like a more grown-up iteration of my favorite character. It's kind of interesting design I'm going to try and play with here, because Spider Carnage seems to have, the traditional Spider-Man eyes, but then they kind of dip down into this area where he's overtaken by black. So I'm going to see what I can do to keep the basic shape of those classic spider eyes and still make it feel like it kind of merges with that all-consuming symbiote black goo. Kind of want to add more detail in there, but I swear every iteration, I guess there's some iterations that seem to show him having details in his mouth. But it seems like most of them, they want you to feel like you're seeing light shine out from inside of him. Okay. Darth Vader, hi everybody, welcome, thanks for being here. It's a random early morning stream. Darth Vader. Okay, I'll do Darth Vader. Oh, thanks for the follow, Chase A. Appreciate the follows. We're getting close, you guys. I have had this goal. I've been on TikTok for 2 months now, and I'm chasing the goal of having 100,000 people as followers. This Darth Vader, we're going to say he's further off in the background because I've already drawn him as being smaller than my other characters on this drawing. Anyway, I'm chasing that goal, and honestly, it feels so within reach right now. It's been really crazy the way this channel has populated over the past 2 months, and I've just been super honored, honestly. I think it's very, very, not that I think you should take validation from social media ever, but it has been validating. It's been really sweet to have the encouragement from all you awesome people, you internet people. But an internet person is just a regular person who is on the internet. Ooh, good Darth Vader. I'm getting better at Darth Vader. That is a real joy to me every time I do an improved Darth Vader. That's one, like, if you went back in time and told Kid me that I was going to be able to draw, like, a really solid Darth Vader. Actually, Kid me would probably be like, yeah, I could probably do one now. So what about it? I was confident in my skills as a kid, but my best friend in 4th grade, actually, the way we became best friends is I showed up. I moved to school, and, the bully kid, who was not my friend, but who I had to deal with, saw that I was an artist and saw that this other kid was an artist, and totally, like, set us up to have a rivalry, and see, like, who was the best artist. And, I won, but I went for the nuclear option. We were both supposed to draw Sonic the Hedgehog. Literally, that was the way to prove who was the best artist. And so I went home that night, and I made, like, a 3-foot-tall, fully articulated paper doll, colored in, like, Sonic the Hedgehog puppet. And it was like, I ran him over. We went on to become best friends for like 3 years. We hung out all the time and drew comics and stuff. But yeah, definitely showed up at school and trounced him. And that, man, elementary school, I don't know about you guys, elementary school was a challenge for me. It was a real, at least the second half when we moved to a new town, like, it was so much teasing. I got teased so much. I teased people so much to try and, get the teasing heat off of me. And it's brutal, man. I feel for elementary schoolers. If you're a sensitive kid, like, you can really get shredded up a little bit in elementary school. It's so hard, too, to do the stuff the adults tell you and rise above and turn the other cheek and don't let it get you down. And it's like, but it's my life, man. I got to put up with this. It's easy to be an adult and just say, like, rise above the teasing, kid. It's tough as heck to be a kid getting teased. I've been a kid getting teased. I know. I'm not looking at the chat right now, so I hope you're not all offended by my pro kids who are struggling with teasing. Not the struggling with the teasing, but I'm for the kids who struggle with it. Anyone, actually. It's not just kids who get teased. Teased mercilessly. It ain't fair. Okay. I'm calling that Darth Vader. Actually, I'll call that Darth Vader once I make these lines a little bit tighter. If you leave the white outlines to give the reflection on Darth Vader's helmet too big, it looks like a McDonald's arch. And McDonald's, in a way, is an evil empire, but it's one that we sort of... you don't fear it, so you don't really want to think about McDonald's while you're looking at Darth Vader. It distracts from his awesome fearsomosity. Okay, let's see. What am I get my pens at the art supply store. They're Micron Pigma. Oops, let's see. Can I focus there? I can't really focus there. It's a Micron Pigma, size 10. They have a 005. Which is like I'll show you sometime. It's like the skinniest little pen. I grew up using those. I love them. But for TikTok purposes, these big fat Micron Pigma 10s are my jam. Okay, I'm seeing... oh, thank you. Wow, there's 1,300 people online right now. Hi, everybody. If anyone feels like following the channel or tapping the screen to like it, it'll get more people to see it. So it makes a big difference. Yeah, let's go for Gur. Do you want Robot Gur, or do you want Gur in his dog suit? Too late. It's dog suit. Okay. Thanks you all for being here. Are we skipping work or school? Is anyone home sick right now, or just skipping class? Don't skip class. Get back to class, you. No skipping class for streams. This pen is these pens are awesome, and they kind of they open up at a certain point. They like this one's actually kind of opening up to the extent that it's starting to kind of go a little bit, but there's a fun point like where you wake up the nib enough to really let it flow. It's why you should draw. It's why you should do anything a lot, honestly. Like I've seen that with musical instruments too. You play them up to a certain point and all of a sudden they kind of like become the musical instrument that they're supposed to be. Like they kind of loosen up, they get warmed up. Like I'm saying, like you play the same ukulele for like months. But these pens are the same way on a smaller scale, where if you just draw all day for like a day, not even, if you just draw on these pens for like, I don't know, an hour, they kind of start to change shape and become a different, a more vibrant creature. Thanks for the follows. I see that. What, turning the pen like this? I'm probably turning my whole body to keep it so that I'm keeping the image straight for you. Normally, if I was drawing and I wasn't worried about y'all, I'd be turning the paper constantly because, so for me, it's like, the easiest thing to do for me, if I want to draw a straight line, is to just push away from my body, right? I keep my whole hand the same, and I use my arm to push to get that straight line. So normally if I'm drawing, I'm going like, I'm turning the paper to keep my best angles. Like I know I can draw a circle like this. So the curve is going to fundamentally go like that, but it would be easier for me to turn the paper if I want to do that same shape here. It would be easier for me to turn the paper and do that same musculature movement, right? I drew the same thing at different angles. But I would be turning the paper all the time if I wasn't showing this to you guys. Here, we'll keep it cartoony so that anyone who tunes in knows that we're not just talking shop, we're also having fun. Which I'm actually, it's funny, I was pulling out some old drawings last night, and I have some more. They're like still cartoon. Making this a demonic Homer. I don't know why. It's kind of an evil Peter Griffin type of Homer Simpson. What's my point? Oh, that I might do more drawing over time where I am turning the page and kind of creating a little bit more abstraction and a little bit less up and down. But the reason I'm turning my hand all the time is because I have to try and get different angles because I don't have the ability to have the camera tracking what I'm doing, and I want to keep it right ways up for you. That's fundamentally what's going on there. I hope that was interesting or useful to talk about. Yeah, let's go back to our original drawing and do somebody else. Who should I draw? What's next? Thank you for the follows. Spawn. Sure, I'll draw Spawn. There's a decent drawing of Spawn in a post from like a week ago. Y'all know that Spawn was created by a guy named Todd McFarlane, and Todd McFarlane was like the Spider-Man artist in the mid-'80s, and then basically went to created his own company, Image, or, you know, with other artists, they went and created the company. And I just always think there's a real no offense, but there's a real Spider-Manliness to Spawn. And I guess I can get in trouble for saying that because some people are very sensitive about their characters not being rip-offs of other characters. But I'm not saying he's a rip-off. I'm just saying he's got some Spider-Man influence. And that's when the Spawn people came for me. I'm a Spawn person, all right? My uncle was a diehard Spawn. I saw the Spawn movie in theaters with my comic book loving uncle. So I'm on your team, Spawn people. He kind of looks more like Prowler than Spider-Man, actually. I think, but these eyes, or the classic Spider-Man eyes, or 2099, or that character I made up and drew the other day, they all have a certain classic luchador wrestling thing to them, which is, you know, what all this is. All this is descended from Lucha Libre. It's really any kind of wrestling, which was, you know, a big form of entertainment. Well, up to and including the present, honestly, right? But those old guys who would wear those masks would be like in theaters. You know, you'd go to a wrestling match. It wouldn't just be on TV. And so they had you had regional heroes. You had guys who needed to be able to be visible from far away. And so they had masks, you know, partially for anonymity, but also so that it's not just this, you know, half-naked guy wrestling this half-naked guy. You're like, no, the red one, the guy with the red mask, he's my guy. Because the guy with the blue mask, he stole from his mother, and he's a crook and a criminal, and he's an outlaw, and so I'm rooting for the other one. And they're like, no, the outlaw was misunderstood. See, he was really backstabbed by the red one's brother, who was a dirty cop and on the take. And anyway, that's what comic books is. Or any narrative storytelling, right? Here's the one you like, here's the one you don't like, and they're in constant struggle, and you gotta root for the one who's Captain America, or whoever it is. He needs you to root for him. He can't win without your support and your love. Without your essential rooting, Captain America will never overcome Thanos. And then we all stand up in the theater and we cheer when he gets Mjolnir. I'm not making fun of it. I do it. I think it's fundamentally human. Okay, here's a pretty civilized looking Spawn for you. He actually looks relaxed for a Spawn. I'll get rid of that little notch on his nose. Okay. Wanda, like Wanda Vision Wanda. Can I draw comic book Wanda? I feel like I'm going to butcher an Elizabeth Olsen drawing right now. It's early still. I've only just started having coffee. Let's see. Comic book Wanda. I drew her not that long ago. Okay, I'm going to do a Scarlet Witch drawing. Where should she go? Okay, I'm going to take a risk and go on a brand new page. Results may vary. I never promise perfection. I never promise a good drawing, you'll notice, actually. But I promise to give it my all. And try and give the people what they want. Has anyone here actually seen Doctor Strange yet? I think it's like officially out, right? I'm seeing it on Saturday. and I'm like a little bit tempted to sneak out and go see it before, because I have a hard time waiting to see new Marvel stuff. This is Scarlet Witch for, I don't know who requested it, but I'm pretty happy that they did. I feel pretty good about this drawing so far. I'm pretty stoked, honestly. So this is an example of, I would just turn the page here if I wasn't drawing for you, but I kind of am pinching over here to, I don't even know if that's what you were talking about, you person who may not even be on the chat anymore, actually. Somebody asked me why I was turning my pen the way I was, and the answer is almost surely that I'm not aware that I'm doing it. But it may be a result of the fact that I'm holding the paper straight, and normally when I would draw, if I was drawing this picture, I would be turning it, but I'm keeping it straight on for you. So now here's one of those moments where you're like, I could screw up the drawing so bad by how I do the pupils, right? I've got something right now, like maybe I'll just not do the pupils for a minute. Really, up the stakes by adding in all the effort to draw more. This is Scarlet Witch, by the way. It's my interpretation of a comic book Scarlet Witch, because I don't feel like trying to get celebrity accuracy this morning. Dude, that is such a nightmare. I am a cartoon drawer, but not a cartoonist exactly, because I don't really... I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting better at it, but I'm not trained in drawing likenesses of real people. And it just never was really interested. I wanted to copy cartoons, not draw real people. So I keep getting these requests for draw this real person or this movie star or this person as, Christian Bale as Batman. I'm like, real people? No. Doug Funny. Are you familiar with Doug Funny? That's what I'm trained to draw. But I'm working on it. But still, in this case, I'm taking the, I mean, not that this is easy, mind you, but I'm taking the easier option and just drawing a comic book Wanda who doesn't have to look specifically like, that one person in 7 billion people that is Caitlin Olsen playing this role. It's a nice thing about comic book characters. I mean, how many different, just look at the different artist depictions of Peter Parker through the years. He changes enough in his in what he looks like that he could be a lot of different people at a lot of different points in his comic book character history. Boy, I love this. I love I love getting to get up in the morning and draw cartoons and talk to you and, I don't know, have fun. The reason I'm here, mind you, is normally this time of day I would be drawing the day's videos, but I kind of just jumped off and combined all of my current requests. I had 5 outstanding requests, and I just combined them all into a new post that I put up right before I went live. So now, instead of doing what I would normally be doing, which is drawing posts for the day, I had the wherewithal and the good graces to hop online and draw with you. Draw for you? Anyone drawing along? I know some people do that. Like sometimes I've been shown that people were drawing along to my stream without me even being aware that they were doing it or without me having asked them to, which is amazing and crazy. There's this one kid who sends me drawings every day. He sends me his latest depictions of, like, he copies what I do on the posts, and then he draws it himself in his notebook and takes a photo and sends it to me. And at first I was like, whoa, kid, you're coming on strong. And then I was like, dude, this kid is freaking inspired and making moves, and this pen is, like, super cooked. I'm burning it out, you guys. I'm burning this pen to the ground. I'm just super impressed by, it reminds me of me. I was once an obsessive fan and artist. That's another thing I think I'd be fun to show you in some video or post someday is, I was obsessed in 7th grade with a comic called Scud the Disposable Assassin, by an artist named Rob Schraub and his writing partner, Dan Harmon, who you probably know from Rick and Morty, Community. Anyway, this comic book was incredible, and the story was amazing, but the art was just phenomenal. So the point of my whole story is I have a binder in my mom's garage that is literally hundreds of drawings where I just went through those books and just copied straight from those books because I just was in love with the style and wanted to draw like that. So... hey, thanks. That's nice. Great horned owl. You love great horned owls, and you've been asking for a great horned owl for a minute. So we're going to make that happen for you. But first, this makes me so nervous. I don't want to screw up. I really like this Wanda, and I don't want to screw her up by doing the pupils wrong. This is one of those moments. Okay, let me see. Okay, what do they recommend? By they recommend, I mean I went on Google Image and looked up Scarlet Witch, and what they seem to do is make black circles like everyone who ever drew an eye forever. Okay, there we go. Give her a little more cheekbone. Give her a little under chin. I'm not trying to do any... I might just fill in a little bit there to give her that slightly more sinister feeling. Oh, God, I'm so excited for the Doctor Strange movie this weekend, you guys. And they kind of suggest that... Okay, so it seems like this depiction has a little bit of hair coming out from under the crown. I like that. That's a nice detail. Okay, dude. Heck yeah, I feel good about this Scarlet Witch. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. That was a little nerve-wracking, but I'm very happy. I want to do a little bit more just to give her some more these little details will kind of set us off and get us not thinking too much about the blobbiness. And also a little extra fray never made anyone look more sane, right? We like a slightly I won't say crazy, shattered. We like a shattered Wanda. That's really where this character shines, is in her emotionality. Okay, I want to cut that one off and just make it a sharp point. Same thing there. Anywhere else I want to do that? Yeah, I'd like to round that out. Round this guy and this guy. Round that one and that one. Oh, I'm taking this drawing seriously, you guys. I'm really, this ain't kid stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with kid stuff. Sometimes you just get into a drawing and it's just awesome to really live it out. Okay, I'm calling that Scarlet Witch, you guys. Hi, I'm Cartoon Ray. This is my channel where I draw cartoons by request, and tapping the screen to like lets other people see this video, encourages more people to watch, and following my channel makes me super happy and helps me get my art seen by more people. So consider liking and following the channel. And furthermore, consider telling me, hey, what's up, JR Art? Hulk, Punisher. Okay, we got a Marvel morning, huh? Doctor Strange next. Ooh, Doctor Strange, Punisher. Like comic book Doctor Strange? Let's talk about comic book Doctor Strange. Because I can get there. Okay, let's see. How are you really depicting Doctor Strange? I'm like after a classic, like early on Doctor Strange, like a Steve Ditko Doctor Strange. By the way, I'll be full disclosure here. I am currently looking up reference images because I do not draw everything from. People sometimes misconstrue and think that I'm just drawing things off the cuff. There are things I can draw from memory, like a lot of things I can draw from memory, but I'm not like, I don't have a photographic memory or anything, so it's all good, man. SpongeBob. No, I have to stick with what I said I was going to do and go for be brave, Ray. Grab a reference image, but then lean into your preconception. I have found that lately. I've been drawing for you guys so much, and sometimes it sort of feels easier to I'm switching pens, checking this guy out. Okay, so here we go. I'm starting. Here we go. My tendency is to think that I should use a reference image to get it right, but sometimes I need the reference image, and I need... Oh my God, what is this music right now? Stop. That was a horrible sample. What am I talking about right now? It's important to have a reference image. And anyway, here's Doctor Strange. God, that sample really threw me off. I hate this song now. See ya. Let's go back to, there was a Mario I heard earlier that I liked. Music is so crucial to my process. I absolutely need it. I don't have to have it, but it helps me to think less, and less thinking and more reacting automatically really does help me as an artist. Helps me as a person too, honestly. I kind of learned that early in life. Like, thinking is important, and you want to get good at thinking critically, but then you want to have the ability to not think. You want to have that ability to turn it off. Cut yourself a little bit of space. I mean, this right now, this is fundamentally just a generic person. So now he's got a beard. And let's go. Boy, his looks a lot like Tony Stark, but to be fair, both Tony Stark and Stephen Strange are more or less modeled, and Reed Richards for that matter, are all pretty much modeled off of Stan Lee at some point in his life. You know, we can only draw what we know, which also means this depiction of Doctor Strange will probably have some extent of Stan Lee, some extent of Benedict Cumberbatch, and some extent of good old Cartoon Ray, because I probably am drawing myself a lot when I draw these pictures, mostly unconsciously. But really, he's really got a Tony Stark looking situation up top. We're gonna have to change that. Did I just give him a Tony Stark mustache or goatee too? I may have. Oh gosh. Maybe I'm drawing Tony Stark right now, you guys. What if I'm drawing Tony Stark? What if I'm drawing MCU Tony Stark, or kind of MCU comic book combined with Tony Stark? Is that maybe I should just make that the thing that I'm doing. Let's see how he looks after I do. I don't know. Let's see. I'll keep calling him Doctor Strange for the moment. Look, I told you, results may vary. You know, I'm not a machine here. I never said I was going to do everything perfect all the time. Okay, I did say that, but I didn't mean it. No, I never said it. Because part of why I didn't say that is A, impossible expectations are impossible. And B, well, part of the thing I want to do on this channel is for other artists who are watching is to model that imperfection is inescapable. It's part of the process. It's actually a good thing. And if you don't run from your mistakes, they can usually teach you something. So that's the nice thing about mistakes, is every single one, you know, if you go, oh, I screwed up, and then you turn that into I suck, or I'm terrible at this. If you make that jump right there, then you've missed your opportunity. Because if you just say, you know, if I'm playing an instrument and I play a bad note, I can go, oh, right, that was the wrong note. Remember that was the wrong note, so that next time I might not hit it, because I kind of have that memory. So I just learned like what not to do, as opposed to being like, I played a wrong note, I suck. And then I'm all busy thinking about myself and about whether or not I'm good enough, instead of just thinking about what I can do next time to do it better. You know, you got to remove your ego from it entirely, because your ego just gets in the way of the learning. You know, if it's all about, am I good enough? You know, is this good enough? Like, that gets in the way of the learning. I don't know, you guys. I guess it's Doctor Strange. It's a little Doctor Strange. It's kind of Tony Stark. I can always come back and change something there, but let's just see. Boy, this is looking a lot like a Tony Stark. Funny. Funny how it goes, you know? Funny how it goes. I'm gonna call it Tony Stark, and move on to the next drawing, because I don't know. Yeah, that's Tony Stark, not Doctor Strange. I was always drawing Tony Stark. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Tony Strange, Saul Goodman, this guy. Draw the necklace. Yeah, no, I mean, if I did the hood. Let's go. Look. I do other good drawings. It's not just this kind of weird Tony Stark. Wolverine without his mask, Punisher. Okay, I'm going to draw one more picture and then hop off, you guys. Remember to tap the screen to like and to subscribe to the channel if you are not. Yeah, let's do Steven from Steven Universe, and maybe call it a morning, because I'm going to go do a Steven Universe. All these people with their complicated requests. We do sometimes just want a simple, old, straightforward cartoon character. So let's just go for it with, mind you, you said Doctor Strange, and I made the interpretation that I had to do a whole big elaborate thing. So that's really nobody's fault but my own. Somebody said that I made that Batman Who Laughs post, and I said, y'all need to pick some cute stuff. And like literally 3,000 comments later, somebody was like, can't you just take the suggestion that somebody made and draw it cute? Like, why can't you just make the Batman Who Laughs cute? And I was like, oh. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because that post got so many views. But yeah, it's so funny, somebody tells you to do so. That's it's actually, I was reading a book about this. There's vertical thinking and there's lateral thinking, right? And vertical thinking is somebody says like, draw the Batman Who Laughs, and you're like, draw a specific depiction, like draw a serious drawing of the Batman Who Laughs. And it's like, well, they never said serious. You're actually digging into your own assumptions about the problem. Whereas somebody says, draw the Batman Who Laughs. Well, there might be other ways that you could interpret that make it less of a pain in your butt. It's problem solving where you try and not make assumptions about the problem. Try and think about it more broadly or laterally. I like Steven Universe's little nose. It's a funny way to draw a nose. I like it a lot. Okay, here is Steven Universe. Okay, maybe I'll do a couple more drawings on this page. This one's Steven Universe. I'm drawing with a Micron pen. My name is Cartoon Ray. I love follows. I love it when you tap the screen to like the video. Kick Buttkowski. Yeah, I learned about Kick Buttkowski. Kick Buttkowski. Yeah. What is Kick Buttkowski? I love the name. If I'm honest, I love the name more than I love the character design. I feel like with a name like that, character design could up its game a little bit. No offense. No judgment. But I don't even know what Kick Buttkowski is from. He looks a little bit like an advertising mascot. No offense. I'm not trying to pick on Kick Buttkowski. I dig myself into these holes. I say things like, I support everyone's right to like and love every cartoon character that they feel like. And then I start ripping on Red Hood, and people are like, you POS, how dare you hate on Red Hood? I'm like, oh, yeah, right. I said I would be nice to everybody about the things they like. There's Kick Buttkowski. Pickle Rick. Sure, let's go for Pickle Rick. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Those likes are working. More people are seeing the post, so tapping the screen actually does help me get seen by more people. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. I'm Cartoon Ray, and I'm drawing cartoons this morning. This next one is Pickle Rick from the famous episode of Rick and Morty titled Pickle Rick. It's funny. I don't love I guess the Pickle Rick storyline is pretty awesome in terms of action, but I kind of think about it as like I love the action, but it's like so gross action, and I don't totally show up to Rick and Morty for the gross. I kind of watch, I really like the sort of emotional stuff on Rick and Morty. It's something you'll find about me if you watch my channel is I'm actually a fairly emotional person. I'm emotionally motivated. So, when it's a good episode of The Simpsons that really tugs on your heartstrings, gets me. So I watch Pickle Rick, and I love the therapy side of things, and I like the kind of psychological breakdown. But I feel like Pickle Rick gets a lot of attention for the Pickle Rickness of it all. when the pickle Rick of it is, you know, that's not actually the point. I mean, it is making the point. It is making the point. Pickle Rick with a couple of pickle spots, a couple of dill spots on this Pickle Rick. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the likes and thanks for the follows. I see them. It means a lot to me. I'm here right now because, okay, Gumball. I'm here right now because normally this time of morning I would be drawing posts for the day, but I kind of just made all 5 of the posts I was going to do today into one post. Which actually means that right now on my page, there's a drawing that has Peter Griffin, Superior Spider-Man, a guy from Villainous, and Gonk Droid and Sad Batman, which is the only place that I'm actually taking votes right now for what I should draw next on the regular posts. So if you go there and vote on stuff that you want to see, whatever gets picked there after I hop off this live stream, I will draw that. Maybe I should draw that on this live stream and then turn the live stream video into a post. Never done that before. That's kind of novel. Okay, did I get him? No, not quite. I still have to do his little... Are these whiskers or stripes? You don't know. And you're not going to be able to answer me. Okay, Teen Titans Go... Robin. Can I throw this out there? I kind of want to do a girl character. Can I do Teen Titans Raven? Because I love that character design. Nobody asked for Raven, but that's what I'm doing, I guess. That's what's happening. You asked for Robin. I just wanted a girl in this picture. It's a little bit of a boys' club right now. Got to keep our female representation up. Because anyone can be a superhero or a pickle. Also, I just love this character design. I don't know what, maybe it was a live stream I was talking about that yesterday, I love any time that a face is shrouded in darkness underneath a hood. I think that's, or in any case, if it's a big brimmed hat or something, I just think shadow faces are super awesome. It's like a favorite trope of mine. Orko being the original, to my mind, the first place I saw it done. I know it happens in other places like Bakshi's Wizards and a million other places, but Orko was sort of my introduction to. That's my quick no thought Raven. Oh gosh, I'm drawing off camera. Good lord, sorry. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, let's do Jake the dog. I think part of the reason I like Adventure Time so much is I was once a young imaginative boy and I had a dog named Jake, literally, and he was the best dog. Like, it was my best friend, this dog. So I guess I relate to Adventure Time on a primordial level. My Jake the dog was a black Great Dane though, so not exactly the same. But similar, I mean, way similar, you know? There we go. There's a Jake the dog. Okay. Grim from Billy and Mandy. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. Oh, Lisa Simpson. You know, that's funny. I draw Homer and Bart so much. Lisa Simpson, I bet, will actually be a bit of a challenge for me. Let's see if I can I pull this off? I feel like I've drawn Lisa Simpson less than 10 times in my life, which is embarrassing because I absolutely love Lisa Simpson. Hey, actually not bad. Not bad for a Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. That's the Michael Jackson episode of The Simpsons. Back when Michael Jackson was differently problematic. Oh, nice. I feel good about that, Lisa. Okay. Garfield, sure. Garfield, and then I'm calling it. That's it. Garfield is the end of my morning because I got to go draw. I have to stop drawing so that I can go draw, you guys. I like my life right now. I like all this drawing. Here is Monday's Garfield. Am I still on camera? Yeah, I am. Cool. I hate when that happens. There's nothing that bums me out more than realizing I just did a whole drawing and nobody was seeing it because it was off camera. So real pet peeve of mine, I've been having dreams lately of like, someday, you know, if you really got big with this, you could have like a desk mount where the camera actually follows, you know, what you're doing. So you could swing the paper around and do a lot of versatile drawing and just have the camera track you without you having to manage it all. Okay, guys. I'm going to hop off and go freshen up my coffee and do a post. I might be back in a few hours. Today seems like a drawing posty kind of day. Oh, Nate. Nate with your great horned owl. I appreciate how... Nate, I appreciate how politely you asked me that. And that actually means a lot to me. Do you think you could get to it? Not like all capitals. Do the great horned owl, monkey. The people who talk to me like I should just, you know, get wise and do what they think I should do right away. Those people are not my favorite people. Which is not what Nate just did. Nate just did a very polite thing. I'm looking for a good reference image here of a great horned owl. Let's go with that. Appreciate, Nate. I appreciate. Fastest way to this man's heart is with good old being polite.
Silly old bear.
Not that I think you have to be polite to everyone all the time. I just, for me, I like it personally when people treat me with patience and respect. It's kind of a cute little silly owl. I thought that was my cat. It's in the music. Isn't it? JFK? Yeah. Weird. Oh, that's definitely in the music. I don't really like it. It's like, I feel like there should be a moratorium on songs that have cop sirens in them. Because how often am I driving and like something comes on Spotify or the radio and I'm like, am I being pulled over right now? That's they should not do that. It doesn't even have to be a moratorium. I just feel like musicians should be smart enough to know that every time you're putting a police siren in your music. You are making me anxious. Okay, guys, that is a great horned owl for my dear friend Nate. And here is my signature. It's an R combined with an A combined with a Y. And I am Cartoon Ray. And this is the 5th day of the 5th month of the 2022nd year since a hypothetical death date or birth date for Jesus Christ. Go figure. Love you guys. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you really soon. Thank you. Bye.